situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On one, right?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
And a good job here of getting the running backs involved in the passing game because they line him up out in the slot to the right. And they're hoping he won't get accounted for, and he's not. Turns into big trouble for the defense, able to work his way free, and turns it into a big play.
On 2, right?
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. He's got it to the 43 here. But the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns. And a 34-31 New York victory over the Bengals.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
On one, right?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Burrow. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 empty. 11 empty. 11 empty. 11 empty. 11 empty.
He'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. The Jets at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. Now, he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Bengals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Gun.
Burrow on play action. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Jets are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 20.
20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Now, the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a 34-31 New York victory over the Bengals.
And again, it's Rodgers. Throw right side, Wilson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? Needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown! C.J. Uzomah. his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On one, ready?
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And some room to maneuver. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On, ready?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. It's caught on the right side of Smith.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Here we go, here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield, too.
11.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Gun. 11.
They go play action with Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On 1, ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Jets, 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
On 1, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd.
Here we go.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. McPherson's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Gun. Shot. Go.
An option handoff here to Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
When
you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Now Burrow. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 Thomas. 12. Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And the slot man goes in motion left. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Box it.
Rodgers going to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are back within a score. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Able to find Higgins. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
11.
Burrow on play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Jets take over 1st and 10
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Hall. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Rodgers. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Joejuan Williams. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers. Completes it to Davis. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And down to the 41.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 41, Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This goes out wide for Mixon. Oh, good move. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
12.
Here we go with Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
11 empty. 11.
Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
11 empty. Tight.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. And McPherson on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Bengals 31, Jets 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Cube-bone staying with the lip. Really became a boss many years back when I'm gone. Can be